Hello, Tobin Tigers. I am going to teach you how to play the logic game Undead. It's kind of like a Sudoku, except it involves ghosts and vampires and zombies and mirrors. So the first thing that you're going to want to do to play is to start the easiest kind of game first. So you're going to go to type and you're going to go custom, and you can make it 3 by 3 with difficulty easy, because that's a good place to start out. That's the smallest grid. You can press OK. Once you're here, what you have to do is you have a certain number of ghosts, a certain number of vampires, and a certain number of zombies. And just like with Sudoku, you have to figure out which spaces they go into on the grid. So we've got 6 creatures and we've got 6 open spots, and we need to get them in the right spot so that everything matches up. What the numbers are that are on the sides are how many of these creatures you would see if you looked straight down here. So a person standing here and looking straight this way would see 2 creatures. A person standing here and looking this way would see 2 creatures. Somebody standing here and looking here would see 0 creatures. And what these diagonal lines are mirrors. Okay. The rules are these, and they're stated down at the bottom. Zombies are always visible. Doesn't matter whether you're seeing them through a mirror or in front of you, you can always see them. Ghosts you can only see if they're reflected in a mirror. If they're in front of you, you can't see them, but if you look in the mirror, there they are if they're reflected. Vampires are only visible when not reflected in a mirror, so you can't see vampires in the mirror. So here's how you could go about solving this puzzle, okay? So somebody standing here is going to see 2 creatures. So I know that there have to be 2 visible creatures here. There aren't any mirrors. So I know that in this row, there are going to be 2 things that you can see. But this person down here sees nothing. The only way to see nothing when there are no mirrors is to have a ghost. So I left click and I press G and I fill that in with a ghost. If there's a ghost here, that means that the person here can't see the ghost. So if they're going to be 2 creatures, then these 2 spots have to be filled with creatures. I can right click and put vampire. I can right click and click zombie, because I know there's a vampire or a zombie in these 2 spots, because that's how this person's going to see too. Okay, now moving on, I can see that this person is going to see nothing, even though there's a mirror right here. If there were a zombie here, this zombie would be reflected in the mirror, and this person would be able to see the zombie. So there can't be a zombie here. There must be a vampire. And that vampire is invisible when it's reflected to the person looking here. And the only way for there to be nothing right in front of you is if this one is a ghost. So we placed 2 of our ghosts, and we've placed 1 of our vampires. Okay. So let's keep moving. Here's another 2, so the person here can see 2 creatures, definitely can't see the ghost. So we're looking at either a vampire or a zombie up here. That would work just fine. But what's tricky is this 0 right here. Oh, there's a 0 here and 1 there. So something that can't be seen in real life but can be seen reflected. This must be our last ghost. And now we just need to figure out, is this a zombie or a vampire? And is this a zombie or a vampire? And the key is looking here. We're going to have 1 thing seen here. And if we reflect, it goes boom, 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 boom. One of these guys is seen in the mirror. Oh, no, oh yeah, that's not the vampire. Vampire can't be seen in the mirror. So this has to be our zombie here. This has to be our vampire here. And we solved it. Okay, that's how the game works. If you give up, if you get frustrated, you can click Solve Game, and the program will show you what the correct answer is. You can also try a new game anytime that you want, and you can pick your own. Grid. If you get really good at it and you're having fun, you can go up to 5 by 5 tricky, which is the hardest level. Or maybe 7 by 7 normal is pretty hard. If you want the easiest, you can do a 3 by 3 game to get started until you get the hang of it. All right, hope you have fun with the game. Happy Halloween.